Yeah, I know you got secrets. Everybody got secrets. Didn't know you like to get wet, though.
What's wet?
Butt naked. Ill. Churn. Dust. PCP. Primos. E-Dog. That's what you had? That's what you were smoking. You couldn't taste it?
Welcome to the Perfect Movie Podcast, the podcast that would not make you smoke PCP against your will. I'm Michael.
I'm Kalen.
Didn't say that again.
I'm Kalen. Can't keep starting like this.
You don't like these curveballs?
No, I love them. They just break me right away, man. I don't
know. Today we are continuing our Denzel December with our final movie, Training Day. Ever heard of it? Ever seen that meme where Denzel has a do-rag and a cigarette?
He's like, all right.
Okay. All right. Training Day, released in 2001, directed by Antoine Fuqua and also co-starring Ethan Hawke. You're just a everyman stellar actor.
Yeah.
Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke is great.
Kaylin, what do you think about Training Day?
I love Training Day. Great movie. Great movie. Not my favorite Denzel performance, which is funny because he got an Oscar for this. I liked that he played a villain, which was kind of cool. He's just like a sociopathic asshole the entire film, and it's great. Ethan Hawke is probably the standout for me. I really like Ethan Hawke in this. Great story, great plot.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because all this happens in one day, hence Training Day. But it's just a whole lot of shit, and it's fun.
Yeah, I hadn't watched Training Day until pretty recently, not the first time, and even upon revisiting it, I do love the like twisty windy, because the first time you watch it, you like really have no idea where this could possibly be going.
Yeah.
Really good, really fun, has some fun cameos. Shout out to Snoop.
Yeah,
Shout
in
out
a wheelchair. Yeah.
Shout out to Dre. This is the start of a long-running relationship Denzel has with the director Antoine Fuqua, where he makes all the Equalizer movies with him. Magnificent Seven remake is also an Antoine Fuqua movie. So they, it becomes a long-running thing for them to work together. Kind of his go-to after the passing of Tony Scott. I think he's the director that he's worked with the most.
Yeah.
But this is definitely the standout of that work. Like, they peaked early. Like,
for sure.
Equalizer movies, they're okay, but they do not move the needle compared to this movie. Antoine Fuqua, director of Emancipation, starring Will Smith.
What if he had Denzel in that role instead?
It probably would be a better movie. Shall we move on and go to the performance test?
Do it.
This is where we talked about our favorite actors, scenes, characters, and moments.
It was the performance of a lifetime!
I mean, he's a villain this time, and it is interesting that this is the role that gets him the Oscar.
Yeah.
But this character is so Denzel. Like, Alonzo plays to his strengths.
Yeah.
So well.
It's like if Denzel's demon side that he shows in a lot of his movies was just present the entire time. That's Alonzo. Yeah.
So the story of Training Day, if you happen to have not seen it, Denzel is a cop in the narcotics division. Mm-hmm. Ethan Hawke is kind of doing his first day. He's trying to join the narcotics division.
Yeah.
And so he's just basically on a ride-along all day with Denzel. And things go off the rails quickly.
Absolutely. Come to find out that, spoilers, but Denzel was kind of planning this day the entire time. Mm-hmm. Hence his sociopathic nature, where he was like very calculated and trying to set Ethan Hawke up so that he could get some money to pay off some Russians that he, I guess he killed some guy
In Vegas.
In Vegas or something. Yeah.
I mean, this movie's a collection of great scenes, and it starts with Ethan Hawke showing up for a breakfast meeting.
Yeah.
And first he's offered food, and he says, politely declines, and Denzel's pissed about that.
Yeah.
And then he tries to order food, and he's like, no, you fucked that up. And then he just tries to talk to him a little bit, and he's like, shut up, I'm reading my paper. And then when he keeps interrupting him, he's like, okay, you tell me a story. Since I can't read the paper, you entertain me.
And then he starts talking about like a drug bust that he did, and it was like a couple million in narcotics that he seized. And then all Denzel was focused on was his partner that was a female, and he was like, did you tap that?
Yeah, basically. Denzel always playing a misogynist.
Yeah.
Like always.
Yeah.
But that goes straight into smoke that shit. Your first scene that you're like, okay, things are very not normal here.
Yeah.
So like they bust some guys to buying like swag weed, and then Denzel is like, come on, smoke it, to Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
And Ethan Hawke's like, nah, I'm a straight-laced guy. And eventually he gives in after Denzel stops a car in the middle of the intersection, pulls a gun, puts it to his head, and says, smoke that shit.
Yeah. He points a gun at him a lot in this movie.
There's a lot of brandishing of guns in general in this film.
Yeah.
But no.
He had like 2 silver 1911s or whatever that he was doing akimbo on motherfuckers. Like he was going crazy.
Ethan Hawke smokes it, and he's really out of it, and then he reveals, like, while he's high, he says, you know, you're smoking haze, dust, PCP. And he says, what are you? You're a big boy. Nobody put a gun to your head and made you smoke it.
Yeah.
When he had literally just done that.
So we're like, oh, this guy's an asshole.
Yeah.
We got it. You see some more of that when they bust those 2... like crackheads they're trying to like assault some woman, who turns out she's like is useful later on apparently, but he's like, Denzel is like putting this gun in this guy's mouth, and he's just being like, whoa, you're like, oh, there's something off about this dude.
And there's a certain level of bullshit artist that Denzel is playing, where the way he speaks, and it's why he gets the Oscar, he is so captivating, and it's key to like Denzel's whole arc of his career. Like it's tapping into that. But when you are like the way he's saying everything, there sounds like there's some logic to it. Like every rant he goes on. But at the end of the arc, you're always like, wait,
what?
Like, what are you telling me? And that's like Ethan Hawke's slow like turn throughout the day, is him like being more like, at first he's like, this guy knows things I don't know. I'm the rookie.
Yeah.
He's unlocking gates for me. He has knowledge I don't have.
Yeah.
And then like there's a turning, it slowly turns and dawns on him. And like the first scene that really seems to show up is when Ethan Hawke runs off to stop the races, because this is not something Denzel was going to do.
Yeah.
And just when he's putting the gun in the mouth and beating the guy up and doing everything he does associated with that, Ethan Hawke's like, what?
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
And then you get to the final thing, like the straw that broke the camel's back, is when they go back to the house of some other cop, Roger, and
Roger's. He's not a cop. He was a
cop.
Like,
though,
I think he's informant. Or he's just I think it's that he's informing with Denzel, and it's like, I think all of this is like, this is a long-running thing that he's had under his thumb as like not that Roger knows this, like, but he's a total psychopath. Yeah. Alonzo is. So like this is all planned. Like not just this day, but like he knows that the break in case of emergency glass would be killing Roger and taking his money.
Yeah. Yeah. And then so basically he's like, to Ethan Hawke, he's like, all right, shoot him. You know, and that's a great scene. There's so much tension in that scene. It's really good. You got Dr. Dre in there.
A Los Angeles Police Department narcotics officer was killed today, serving a high-risk warrant in Echo Park. Give me the bitch. LAPD spokesperson said the officer is survived by his wife and infant child. Shit gets deeper. You get the picture?
Yeah, I got the picture. Hey, that is the second time you pointed a gun at me. There will not be a third.
God damn, boy. That's what I'm talking about, Jake. My nigga, are y'all watching this? That's it.
It'd be my pleasure to put a Hydra shock in that melon.
Hey, wait.
Nah, but I'm gonna be cool. Now drop the fucking gun, now!
You want to shoot me, Paul? Go ahead, but I'm taking him with me.
I'm going, Alonzo.
This motherfucker's a fed,
Nah,
man.
he ain't no fed. He's just a quiet boy with a heart that got the drop on all you fools. Let's everybody just take a deep breath and just diffuse this thing. You hear me, Jake?
You can't pull this shit on me, man. I didn't sign up for this.
Okay, I know you're angry. Everybody, just put your guns down.
Hell no.
No. Quiet boy first.
Hey, listen to me. Put the guns down. That's an order. Put them down.
Everything involving that scene is insane, and I love when Ethan Hawke like finally like grows his big set and like stands up to him, and I love he's got him on the couch, shotgun to him, and he's like, that's the second time you've pulled a gun on me today, and there will not be a third.
Yeah.
And everybody else surrounding him, because everybody else is part of the narc group, and they're all these like crooked cops, and they're all like kind of in on this together.
Yeah.
And everyone else in the room is also against the rookie, but he's like, no, fuck no. I'm not doing
stood 10
this.
toes, man.
Because the whole plan is that they're all going to say that Ethan Hawke killed Roger. Mm-hmm. They're setting up like the fake version of events where they went through the front door and one of the guys gets shot, and then Ethan Hawke supposedly laid him down, even though Denzel just kills him execution style, basically.
Right.
And all of this is to get money because, yes, we find out through a couple different conversations that Alonzo owes money in Vegas. He's killed some important Russian, and now the mob is after him. And they want $500,000 or $1 million or whatever it is, or else he's a dead man.
You have a great scene with some stereotypical cholos. It's very tense, though. Very tense scene. There's this one guy who plays a cholo in every single thing he's ever been in. I don't know if you Noel.
Is he the bald one?
Guglielmi, something like that.
Yeah, the bald one.
Yeah, and he was in he played a cholo in Bruce Almighty for whatever reason.
Mm-hmm.
He's just like a cholo in everything.
He's just been blue flagging everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You know
he's
what I'm
really
saying?
good. It's also Cliff Curtis, an actor from New Zealand. So he's like a Pacific Islander.
Oh, okay.
And he's playing a Mexican,
Yeah.
which I think is funny. Cliff Curtis, I mean, he's been in a lot of stuff. I think of him, he's the best friend of Jason Statham in the Meg movies.
Is he in Breaking Bad?
I don't know.
I think the guy that's a little nutty, he's in Breaking Bad.
Smiley
Yeah,
with the mustache.
No. The other guy who's
No.
like, fuck yeah, man.
yeah.
Like, yeah.
That guy, the push your shit in guy.
Yeah. Put your shit in.
Hey, Pig, you ever had your shit pushed in? Your shit pushed in. Simple question. Nah? No. Had my shit pushed in.
Oh, yeah, man. I had my shit pushed in, bro. Big time.
That is a wonderful scene because Alonzo is taking him to the Mexicans and to have Ethan Hawke murdered.
Yeah.
Furthering the arc, because after the shooting of Roger, he's like seems kind of shaky on whether he can trust Ethan Hawke, and they have a conversation in the car where unknowing to Ethan Hawke, he's like kind of writing his own obituary,
Right.
with standing on his moral high ground,
Yeah.
and telling Alonzo that he's going to do it, because Alonzo cares for no one but himself.
What I find ironic is like Denzel, he has all these dealings with like other races,
Mm-hmm.
but the ones he doesn't get along with the most are the black people,
Yeah,
which is really interesting.
that's true. I didn't really peg that.
Yeah. Because it's like he dealt with Russians, Mexicans, whatever. But the
Well,
black people are like, yeah, we don't fuck with you, bro.
He didn't deal with the Russians.
Well, he didn't
very
deal with the Russians, but you see he's like,
Yeah.
you know. But the black people are like, yeah, nah, we're not fucking with you, bro.
What is the name? We need to find the actor. Because this guy also plays like a blood in End of Watch. And he goes mano y mano with, what's his name? Michael something. The actor. Let me find him.
Is it Anton Fuqua?
No, Antoine Fuqua is the
Fuqua?
director.
Oh, oh my God. Sorry, I'm looking at the IMDb.
Clee Sloan, he plays Bone.
Oh, interesting.
This guy, he's the guy that's like always standing at the gate in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
He's not in a lot of stuff, but I think he's a real, like, what's it say here? Director, actor, activist that lives in L.A., and he's in End of Watch, and he's the guy that goes, they have like a one-on-one put your dukes up fight with Michael Pena that Jake Gyllenhaal just like watches, and
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess constantly typecast as a
gang member.
As a gang member. And having no lines, I believe. We have Terry Crews.
Yeah, he's what the hell? Yeah, I forgot all about that.
Must be very early in his career. Just still, he looks the same. Terry Crews has not aged a minute in the last 20 years.
The biggest motherfucker,
and
too.
Same body, just there to be a hulking unit that says nothing. As we watch Alonzo fall apart.
Oh, Eva Mendes. We forgot about her.
Eva Mendes, who also has a pretty thankless part, mostly just there to be nude at the end.
To be ouf marron.
Yeah.
The little kid was cute. Her son or whatever. Mm-hmm. Cute kid.
His son.
Yeah. Their son.
It's funny. So in the Roger killing scene, Alonzo starts telling a newspaper article. He starts saying a headline out loud. He's like, rookie narcotics officer killed doing a high-risk raid.
Yeah.
He is survived by his wife and child.
Yeah.
As like a veiled threat that if you don't, act, if you're not with me, I'm going to murder you, basically. And I like that gets flipped because the very end of this movie is a news reporter saying that, and Denzel is survived by his 4 kids who we do not see.
Yeah.
His wife and 4 kids.
So he's got a whole other family on top of all this other shit that's going on.
Yeah. By his wife and 4 kids after being served like a high-risk raid, which is total fabrication because he's shot in an intersection, murdered by the Russians.
Yeah.
So it's like this web and conspiracy continues to even cover up the death of Alonzo.
Yeah.
Like, one thing that it's never really clear about this movie, and maybe we can touch on more of it later, but like, a lot of the cops are awful. Almost all of them are awful, except for Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
And it's like, and you don't really know if it's bullshit that Alonzo keeps telling Ethan Hawke, I used to be like you. I remember being green at the gills and having like morals.
Yeah.
And now I'm this way. And was he?
Right.
Did he ever used to be that guy?
It's like the Joker kind of thing.
Or
it's like you can't believe a fucking word that comes out of his mouth,
Has he always been a psychopath, or does this work turn you into that?
Yeah, for sure. And then it's like that ending too. It's like, well, then what the fuck happened to Ethan Hawke's character?
Yeah, he just goes home.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like if you think about it, like if you think like long term after that, I'm like, he might have got clipped. You never know.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it sets itself up for like,
There's like 4 other
crooked
cops that we've seen in this movie that would have plenty of reason to kill him because he's still witness to
right
the murder of Roger that they all took part in.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre maybe, outside his house the next day waiting for him.
You never know.
Waiting on him. And holding just a couple beats.
Beats headphones. He's got Eminem next to him.
Yeah. Shout out to Snoop in a wheelchair.
Yeah. That was so random, but I mean, it's
very unnecessary, but it's fun.
He's
LA
a West
player.
Coast dude. Why not?
Yeah. Smell like bacon in this motherfucker. What, I look like a sucker to you, nigga? Fuck you, rookie.
For sure. And in our final scene, we say maybe our most legendary line from this film. Maybe the most legendary Denzel line ever.
Oh, you motherfuckers. Okay. All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches. Huh? You think you can do this shit? Jay! You think you can do this to me? You motherfuckers will be playing basketball in Pelican Bay when I get finished with you. Shoe program, nigga. 23-hour lockdown. I'm the man up in this piece. You'll never see the light of day. Who the fuck you think you fucking with? I'm the police. I run shit here. You just live here. Yeah, that's right. You better walk away. Go on, walk away, because I'm going to burn this motherfucker down. King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Is when he's running around just yelling at everyone in the neighborhood who's kind of turned on him, and he goes, King Kong ain't got shit on me.
Yeah, classic. This movie is memed a lot.
It's funny when you're watching Ethan Hawke after he smokes the weed for a minute, you're like, well, classic movies, they don't understand what getting high on weed is like.
Right.
And then it's revealed you've been smoking PCP, and we're like, oh, that's why he's completely laid out. Shall we move on?
Let's do it.
To It's an Art, Bro, where we talk about aspects of the filmmaking process, like sets, effects, lighting, locations.
What's this?
It's an art project.
Okay, I like it. Picasso. Yeah, that way.
It's not the most impressive film visually. I will say that. It's pretty standard. Doesn't mean it looks bad. I don't think it looks bad. I didn't notice too many like camera tricks, different things like that. I didn't notice too much of that. Not a whole lot of artistic flair, I would say.
The one I did clock, and it's not like unheard of thing, is there's several shots of them just speeding down the highway where it's clearly like a chopper shot that slowly like really zooms in on them, which I think really just, I don't know, shows that they're really getting around town. Like this day is a long day and they're doing a lot of business.
Right. A lot of it is shot on like location too, which is great.
Yeah. We're really on the streets of LA.
Yeah. A lot of those places you can drive in like GTA, I noticed. Like, yeah, it's pretty cool.
And they are actually driving, because that's like a thing we've lost in modern movies.
Yeah.
Nobody's ever actually on the road.
Well, that's a liability there.
It's a liability. It's more expensive. You got to close down real city blocks.
Yeah.
And they're just not doing that. And it's I hate it so much in movies, especially if it's gonna be like, this is your movie. Like so much of this movie is in this car.
Yeah.
And I can't think of an example off the top of my head, but there are movies I've watched that are newer that a lot of it is in a car. I think the Devil, Sympathy for the Devil is one where they're clearly, it's digital effects outside the windows and there's no actual movement, and it's just like, this is the one thing you're doing, so do it right, please.
Yeah.
And it's just obscene to me that that's a art that is lost, kind of.
It is kind of bizarre. But I could see how it's like, that's really not safe. Number one, for your actors. And
well, I don't think they're actually driving. Usually they're like being dragged by another unit.
Yeah, there's that. But I know in The Office, when they filmed The Office, they would actually drive like long distance and do their like filming and everything, and it'd be the actors actually driving and stuff. It's just interesting. Like you said, you don't see that a lot anymore.
One of the real money shots of this movie, I think, is when the whole like narc team arrives together and
they're helicopter?
They're on the helipad,
Yeah.
and we just get the whole LA skyline in the back.
Yeah.
And it's one of those like, it doesn't really make any sense for them to be meeting at the top of this building.
You
like,
need a cool spot.
But it's just literally like, this is cinema. This is
yeah, the gritty streets of Los Angeles.
That was like the one scene where I was like, are we watching Heat?
Yeah, right. Seriously.
No?
Yeah. Soundtrack, nothing too crazy. It's that pretty like, kind of going back to what we were saying in John Q. It's like random kind of rock music. There was like blaring rock, like hardcore heavy metal at the Mexican's house.
Yeah.
I was like, they would not be listening to this. maybe back then, no, but it was just kind of funny to me.
Maybe the guy that says you get your shit pushed in, he seems like he might
be a fucking metal
guy.
Yeah.
Well, I think there's one needle drop that is the key, which is when the movie starts basically with still DRE. Like as soon as they get in the car, we have still DRE, and that's just, hey, we're in LA.
Hell yeah.
We have Denzel's sick ass Cadillac.
Yeah. It's a nice car.
That is a star of the movie.
It's a nice car.
It's really funny after they get shot up in that one neighborhood serving the warrant.
Oh, yep.
They go to the restaurant and Alonzo's like, grab the car. And Ethan's like, hey, yeah, I want the Cadillac. With the 3 bullet holes in the window.
That scene had Macy Gray in it. She was a singer as well. So a lot of musicians in this film.
Oh, the serving the warrant scene?
Yeah.
That's a great one we skipped past.
Yeah, that's a great scene.
It's, showing how Alonzo pushes the lines. They serve a fake warrant.
It's like a Chinese takeout menu.
Yeah. And that part really feels like a GTA mission because the woman goes outside and is like, these motherfuckers stole my money. What are y'all doing around here just looking pretty?
That was literally a GTA 5 mission. When you go with Trevor and Franklin and what's his face.
Yeah. And then just it's like Crips just start spawning out of nowhere with pistols and machine guns.
I'm like, is this how the hood works?
There's a lot of that. There's a very heightened hood.
Yeah. It's very sensationalized.
I've seen worse, but I don't know. Is this real? They go to the one neighbor, they're setting pigeons off so that they know that I'm here, and there's a guy on the roof clapping pigeons.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's happened. Probably. I'm like, who's putting in the effort with these pigeons?
Yeah,
that's my question.
I'm like, there's a lot of gangsters just hanging out on roofs.
Usually they'll just be like 5-0.
Yeah,
and that's it.
Let's do, hey, what are you trying to say? Where we talk about the themes and ideas.
Take it away whenever you're ready.
All right, let me just get that last measurement on your
Thank you. I need this for the wedding.
Okay, well,
I need it really quickly.
It could take about a week to do.
It could take a week?
Mm-hmm.
So, what are you trying to say? He's trying to say that I'm so big, my bum is so big, you need to order to various countries far away to get enough material to make a pair of pants so I can fit my incredibly obese buttocks into a pair of your specially made little suits.
No, I mean I'm the only one working here this week.
Oh, okay.
Never trust an alcoholic.
No.
Alonzo, constantly drinking. A thing that they never say. This is like a movie that gives you more credit than John Q. If this was John Q, it would have been like, man, you're always drinking wine and bourbon and beer. What's up with that? But this movie, he's just always having a drink. He gets in the car and he starts having roadies.
Yeah.
He's drinking when he visits Roger. He drinks more when he goes there to murder him.
Well, he's on the go. That guy is he is motivated, ambitious. He's got things to do.
I would be sleepy. You got to be a real alcoholic.
Well, he's probably.
But why wouldn't they show that?
That's true.
Seems like something they should show. Another Denzel movie. If you've ever seen the movie Flight, that movie's moral seems to be that if you balance your uppers and downers just perfectly, you reach
fly a plane.
You reach peak performance.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess it's L.A. was real. The Rodney King incident, the Watts riots. There's a lot of racial tension, and especially tension involving police in L.A. and across the country. But this is even more so evident in this, where it's just all cops are bad in this, at least most of them. But some of them try to do the right thing, and let's not forget about them either. But yeah.
Yeah, I think my big question, which I kind of touched on earlier, is does the system attract men like Alonzo, or does the system turn you into Alonzo?
Yeah, I think it could go both ways for sure.
It's probably some of both. Alonzo seems like such a psychopath. He's probably always been that way. It's some learned survival behavior that he has. But the crooked, when he meets with all the white heads.
Yeah.
At the restaurant, they're all slimy and weird,
yeah.
and you're like, were they always slimy and weird?
Right.
Is that the system turning them that way, and just a real lack of empathy from just about everyone but Ethan Hawke?
Right.
And I don't know if we really got into Ethan Hawke, and you were saying he was a standout.
Yeah, I just liked his performance. He was just kind of fun to watch, and just seeing him you're basically on the ride along with him, you know, and you're just watching all this unfold. And he is the only voice of reason for any of this kind of stuff. And like you said, you don't get any other characters who have his type of morality. And so it's interesting to see him be into these situations, and then like all the tension that comes with him either making a decision or not making a decision. I just found that.
I also love that like literally everyone calls him Rookie. Like everyone knows he's brand new.
Yeah, he's a greenhorn.
Yeah, that's about all I have to say for Hey, What Are You Trying to Say?
Yeah, let's move on.
Should we go to Let the Hate Flow Through You, where we air out our annoyances and our complaints?
Good. Use your aggressive feelings, boy. Let the hate flow through you.
Would this movie be improved with the record scratch opening? So picture this. Ethan Hawke has just jumped on the hood of Denzel's car at the very end of the movie, and it goes, record scratch. Hey, I'm Ethan Hawke. I bet you're wondering how I got in this situation.
No, because part of the fun is the surprise of everything, and how like things just happen, and you're like, "Whoa, what the fuck, Denzel? Why'd you do that?"
Yeah.
And oh shit, Ethan Hawke, are you gonna do that? Are you gonna follow through with that, dude?
Mm-hmm.
It's just fun to watch. That makes for good storytelling.
I do have an annoyance in the finale, and I've thought of this both times. They have that like drag out fight on the roof, and then he just kind of leaves them there.
Yeah.
And books it off, and it's like, it seems like that's the time to finish the job.
Right.
Kick him off the roof, do something to know that like this is actually done with.
Yeah.
Because he gets in his car and Ethan Hawke's on top of him.
Yeah.
Soon after, and maybe that's me having hindsight, but like it seems like that was a very obvious opportunity to end this movie right there.
Right.
You know?
Some of the gangster stuff is a little hammy. Like at the end when Ethan Hawke beats up Alonzo, and the gangsters are like, "Don't worry, Rookie, we got your back. You're good, dog." I'm like, why? Why? What do you owe this guy?
You're also sitting there like, how does this movie possibly end? Like Ethan Hawke, it breaks his whole "I'm the virgin saint" thing to if he kills Alonzo dead right there. So it's like, how is he going to get out of this situation?
So just have him walk away.
Yeah.
You know, you don't need "oh man, we got your back. I got a gun in my pocket."
Yeah.
You know, like.
Also, it's a weird pump fake where the gangster goes, "Alonzo, you got to solve this whole thing," because Alonzo's trying to tell them to kill him, and he like hands him a gun, kind of. He puts it on the ground, and then Alonzo doesn't pick it up and smokes some cigs, and then the gangster comes back and picks up the gun and says, "Actually, I'm going to point it at you now."
It's like, what the fuck?
What is that?
And then they don't do anything to him because he gets in his car and leaves.
No, I think they just held him here so Ethan Hawke could leave.
I guess. I don't understand what was the motivation for that. But,
no.
Also, like all the stuff with the Mexicans was so goofy.
The Mexicans are really goofy. The whole like, I like in theory that the one like good thing that happens this whole day is Ethan Hawke jumping out of the car to save the girl.
Yeah,
and that pays off for him in the end. But the way they go about it is really dumb.
Yeah.
Or Cliff Curtis just like sits back and he's like, "All right, I'm gonna sort this out, fool."
She's like, "So you didn't go to school today?"
Yeah.
You know, she's like, "No, papi," but
it's just so dumb. And then they just let Ethan Hawke walk, which is another thing where it's like, you held him back gunpoint by a shotgun, and he, you know, is a cop. This seems like something that will bite you in the ass.
Right.
Hey, wait up. I can't even see you.
Hey, please, shut the fuck up!
You really just go ahead and get on your last prayer.
Listen to me, man. Listen to me. That girl is being raped. All right? I saw these two fucking drug addicts attacking her, and I stopped them, man. I swear to God, I stopped them.
Lie to me.
I'm not lying.
Lie to me.
I swear to God.
Don't lie to me.
She was being raped, all right? And I stopped him. Please, man. I got a little gift.
Shut the fuck up, faggot. Bless his assholes.
God, I have a little girl.
Do it. We're gonna get to the bottom of your bullshit. She's my cousin, Holmes. She's a civilian. Ain't right involved in her. You just fucked up. You're lying to me. I'm gonna blow your fucking balls off.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Lizzie? What you doing?
Hey, Smiley. Just doing homework. You want to talk to Tony?
No. I want to talk to you. You go to school today?
Yeah. Yeah.
All day, you didn't ditch.
No, I went to every class. Why?
I heard different.
Nuh-uh.
Cops talk to you today?
No. No.
Yeah, tell me what happened, okay? Don't bullshit me.
Alright. I got jumped by these two crackheads today.
You got jumped, eh?
Well, I think they wanted to, like, rape me or something. I don't know. I mean, he just slapped me around and everything, but nothing happened, okay? Because this cop came. I mean, he came out of nowhere, and they almost killed him, though, but he kicked their asses, like, bad.
This car, what do you look like?
He was a white boy. And he looked real young, too.
Sure you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Nothing happened.
Hey, Letty,
Yeah?
we're gonna talk more about this later.
Okay.
All right.
What's up? What happened? You ain't gonna blast him or what?
Pato was telling the truth. Life's a trip, no?
This is some trippy ass shit, Holmes.
This movie is like written how I would think like white people who are really like closed off from any type of urban activity would picture black and Mexican gang members.
Yeah.
You know, it's just so heightened.
Written for suburban.
They're like, fuck, you gotta push it fucking in. Like, you know what I mean?
He's my favorite part of the whole movie, so I don't complain about him.
Like, Jesus Christ. Like, something is not right with this guy. Why are you hanging out with him? I would not want to hang out with somebody like that.
I love that they let him pull that swing because it's the weirdest thing I've seen in a movie in a long time. Push your shit in, and he's shirtless and he's like
his
body's like
veins
going
are
crazy,
fucking like gonna pop off. Like, Jesus Christ. And it's just funny to me. It's such a heightened reality, but I appreciate it a little bit because it's part of the charm of the film.
Hey, rookie, you ever had your shit pushed in?
Shit pushed in. I'm gonna start saying that now. Snoop Dogg, like Denzel putting a pen down Snoop Dogg's throat, making him throw up the dope or whatever. That was pretty great.
And Snoop Dogg can only deliver lines one way, so it's always like, "Man, motherfucker!"
He's like, "Shit! What you think, rookie?"
Man, Snoop Dogg is just such a like bizarre presence because he's famous for everyone.
Yeah.
And everyone likes him for different reasons.
And he's never switched up. He's always been the same guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been doing it doggy style.
He has.
For a very long time.
You gotta love Snoop. He's a hustler, man. He's in everything. He's on The Voice right now. He's like doing cooking shit.
I just saw
podcasts, gaming.
Present an award at the Game Awards.
Yeah. It's crazy. He streams and stuff. Like, he's
Madden streamer. I've seen him. He has gamer rage. He's one of us.
That's one of the funniest videos ever. Where he's like, he smacks the thing. Snoop Dogg is great. You gotta love Snoop.
Fuck this shit. Came in this fucking room and everything went fucking bad. Fuck this shit, man. Fuck.
And just a thing we wouldn't allow today is Cliff Curtis playing Mexican. It's funny just knowing the guy.
Yeah.
I've seen him in some other stuff, and I'm like, this guy very much not a Mexican.
Just
and
put a mustache on him.
And he doesn't really like. Can I say he doesn't look Mexican? Is that allowed?
I mean, he does. Like the mustache, that's kind of like a West Coast thing.
Yeah. But it doesn't look like his mustache.
No, it
I
looks
don't think he
very
grew
fake.
it.
No. And then they just slick back his hair or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh yeah, it's a."
I like
saying that a lot.
I like his girlfriend. That's like, you're gonna have to learn to count one of these days, because he's like, go count the money.
I'm like, you guys are so like aggressive. I could not be around y'all.
Gangsters, often not chill guys.
No, just like on 10 constantly.
I think you could describe a lot of the characters in this movie as genuine crash outs.
Yeah. Alonzo too.
Included.
Let's move on to our final question.
Can I just add that I love when Alonzo pulls out the shotgun and Ethan Hawke is on the other side of the kitchen, and he just goes, "Ooh, you know I'm surgical with this motherfucker."
yeah, that's a good line.
Oh, where has my little Jake gone? Oh, where can he be? Ah, I see you. know I'm surgical with this bitch, Jake. How you want it, dog? Huh? Closed casket? You remember that fool in the wheelchair? How you think he got there?
Shall we go to our final question? Is this a perfect movie?
You lost a baby brother. Perfect in every way.
I had a baby brother. I had a little baby brother. And it was perfect. Perfect in every way.
What do you think?
While we've made fun of a lot of the gangster stuff, I think the ride it puts you on, especially the first time you watch it, makes it a perfect movie.
It's a solid film.
Because you watch it and you really don't know where the hell this could possibly go.
Yeah.
It's a movie called Training Day. Alonzo seems crooked.
Yeah.
What the hell is going to happen next? There's many, many scenes that are so tense.
Yeah.
The murder of Roger. Just so much ratcheting tension. It's great.
Yeah, it's definitely I was watching it and I'm like, this is a movie. You know what I mean? This is what we go to the theaters for.
Mm-hmm.
This kind of film, how it's structured, and the payoff at the end. Even though it's kind of funny and goofy, we laugh about it, but I think it's like all the build up and the lead up. I think the whole film is just a ride, and that's what most like blockbuster films are supposed to feel like. It's supposed to feel like a theme park ride, you know. And I enjoyed it, so I would say let's put it on the list. Our third fucking Denzel movie to go on the list. Look at that.
Damn. It's true. 3 out of 4.
Yeah.
Ain't bad.
That is not bad. And that goes to show. Let's say it one more time. Okay, Denzel.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Denzel. You a good actor? Okay.
Slow clap.
All right. Yeah. Just one of the finest actors of our time. And I don't think he gets nearly the amount of accolades that he should. I'm sure you don't like to say this, but I mean, when he dies, when he passes, that's when everybody's going to be like, oh, he was great. I forgot how awesome of an actor he was. One of the GOATs. You know what I'm saying? It usually takes to that point for a lot of people.
And I think some of that is he really just does it on his own terms.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like he's hunting. This sounds kind of ironic, seeing as he was just in Gladiator 2, and the latest thing he's talking about is he's going to be in Black Panther 3.
Oh, yeah.
But for the most part, he's not a franchise film guy. He's an original film guy. He works with people that he likes. It was like Tony Scott, Spike Lee, Antoine Fuqua. Like, he has his people. And yeah, what should we say? He never switched up. Like, he's always good, and he knows what he's good at, and he raises the floor of even some of the not as great movies.
And I'm like, I can't really think of a film where I didn't like his performance. I think maybe Devil in a Blue Dress I didn't really care for as much, just because I didn't really like that film. But I mean, yeah, it's just like you don't find that too many times with actors who are like, you go to see that movie for him.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it doesn't really matter what it is. Like, I was going through Amazon Prime last night and just picking movies with his face on it because I just wanted to see more of him and his, what he does with certain types of plots and different things like that. Yeah.
He's got, I think maybe his closest counterpart might be Al Pacino. They always steal the scene. Al Pacino gets a little too into the, like, I'm going to yell a lot now. But, he's like always going to own the scene, and he's going to have that one, like, I don't know. He's always a scene stealer. I guess is what I'm getting at.
I think his role as Jimmy Hoffa in The Irishman, that was his best performance ever. And he steals every single scene in that film.
Mm-hmm.
He was so good in that.
I forget which director it is. But Al Pacino did a scene, and the director was like, one more take. Can you try doing it this way? And he's like, no. You got to look closer. I already did it. I forget the director. It's like a pretty qualified director, but it was early in his career. And Al Pacino kind of big boyed him, but was also probably like, he was like, the subtlety, you'll see it.
Yeah. No, that's great. I mean, to me, I would say, I think like for me, because I enjoy this actor more than you, Leonardo DiCaprio is kind of along the same veins to me as Denzel, just because I like Leo as an actor, and I think he has range, and I think he's really good in most things he's in. A lot of his earlier stuff, not so much, but recently, the past like over a decade now, probably, he's solid in everything. Yeah, but you just don't get that like Denzel. He just has that like magnetic pull to him, where it's like you go to see the spectacle of his craft, which is what's great.
Also, maybe it's a popularity thing. Like, a Leo movie is always the biggest thing. Like, there's no small Leo movies, but like Denzel makes a lot of like just like mid-budget movies that are kind of like would be forgettable if you replaced it with random middle-aged actor X. If Liam Neeson is in this movie instead of Denzel, or you know
what's funny?
De Niro even like
right.
He wouldn't raise the floor the way that Denzel always does.
Yeah. You know what's funny is Denzel lost to Leo for The Revenant for Fences. Same year.
I mean, Leo ate a liver.
He did, but Denzel was like killer.
Yeah.
And that's how I'm like, okay, is it about the craft of acting and the acting skill, or is it about the I don't know, what's more popular for the audience kind of thing when they grade these types of films?
Well, it's all politics, because like the Leo year, it'd been a thing for so long that Leo had never won
an Oscar,
and he'd had many opportunities and had many, and then it's like it happens for The Revenant, a movie that I think has not stood the test of time that much. There's not a lot of Revenant heads around there.
You remember the bear scene? That's about it.
Whereas like Leo has many movies, like Whether We Love It or Hate It, Titanic, or like
his best performance was Django Unchained,
or Django, or Wolf of Wall Street, or like any number of films, or like consider I want to say Perks of Being a Wildflower. It's Killers of the Flower Moon.
Yeah. Nobody has ever mistaken those two.
It's just because I had flower in the name. I was mixing them up. Killers of the Flower Moon. Like, that's a movie where he did not even get nominated, but I'm like, that's an Oscar-winning performance there.
Yeah, he was fantastic in that.
Same for De Niro in that movie. So the Oscars are such a joke because it's always politics. Oftentimes it's like a lifetime achievement. Like
Will Smith. Like what happened with him.
Yeah, we've missed our opportunities here and here. So here's your award, buddy. And then that screws over someone else, and then it continues being this ever-running thing.
Yeah,
it's certainly not a testament to like who was the best.
Yeah,
Denzel, one of the best, if not the best American actors.
For sure.
Alive
For
today.
sure.
We love him. I'm sure we'll talk about him again.
Yeah.
But this has been Denzel December. We'll be moving on to January. We're going to do our end of year lists. And then January theme, if you're still on board with this, although that would mean I'm taking over 2 straight months.
That's fine.
Because I have a February idea that I'll get to. Will be if you get janned up, don't mention my name, in honor of Young Jeezy's song. What is it? Lone Survivor.
Okay.
That's a line in that. And it's going to be prison films.
Oh, because we're locked in the confines of our house because it's so cold.
Because it's so cold. Because it's a fun pun with a Jeezy lyric.
That's great.
And because I
Alcatraz?
really want to make you watch Chopper. And we're probably going to watch Con Air too, which is not really a prison movie because it's about cons going on a plane to be moved to a different facility, and then they end up out. But it's a really fun, dumb blockbuster with Nick Cage.
Shot Caller.
Shot Caller. Give me more names because I have some written down that I'm not in love with.
Alcatraz, Green Mile.
You mean Escape from Alcatraz?
Whichever one is with Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, Escape from Alcatraz.
Green Mile is great. I don't know if you've ever seen that. It's very Hallmarky.
It's 3 hours long.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. We already did Shawshank, which is a classic.
You ever seen Cool Hand Luke?
No, I haven't.
It's kind of weird. I watched it. It is like one of those classics, but it's also like a 60s movie. Or what was your Christmas one that we never actually covered?
Christmas movie?
The POW one. POW Christmas, black and white, 50s.
Oh,
50s or 40s.
Fuck. I know what you're talking about, but I can't. I don't know why I'm blanking right now.
Anyways, there'll be some options.
It's the World War II one.
Yeah, the World War II Prisoner of War movie. So yeah, we'll think. Oh, The Great Escape.
That's another one.
But that's not the one.
No. That's not the one.
Anyways, we'll have some more on there. But I think January will be prison movies.
Let's do it. It's a great idea.
So until next time, when we do some year of end reviews, Kaylin, I'm putting this on record because the last time we had top 10 lists, you brought a number that was not 10 to the table. So I'm ensuring that you know what the plan is.
Okay.
The people will hear this. We're making 3 lists: the good, the bad, and the mid.
All right.
I don't care what the number is.
Okay.
But we just need to have them in those 3 categories.
All right. The good, the bad, and the mid.
Because those will be the 3 episodes.
Gotcha.
All right, guys. We'll talk about some 2024 releases probably the next time you hear us.
Adios.
You must be at that stage where it's like you're not reading scripts and auditioning, right?
It's been about 40 years for that, love. About 40 years. Yeah, I haven't auditioned for a movie in...
40?
I don't know if it's 40 exactly. I won an Academy Award in 1989.
That's
How many
right.
years ago is that?
So that would be 35?
I'm sure that nobody asked me to audition after that.
That's crazy.
I may be wrong.
love that
I
for
may
you.
be wrong. I may be wrong. I
Uh-huh.
don't know.
I mean, do you miss that?
Auditioning?
Yeah.
No.